So you want to be a fighter. Do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes to be committed? To be consistent? To be passionate about what you're doing? Because let me tell you something. You are going to be ridiculed for what you're doing. People will not take you seriously. I'm here to tell you right now, people will not believe in your dream. Your dream is yours. You have to convince yourself. Forget about everybody else. People will catch on when they see you start winning. But you know just as I do, you're not going to win every fight. That's just the reality of it. There are times when you're going to lose. There are times when you're going to get punched. You're going to get beat. You're going to get kicked. Accept it. Embrace it. Because let me tell you, oh man, is the victory sweet. Once your hand is raised, once you hear the crowd cheering your name, once you breathe in that success, does it feel good, baby? All that hard work gives you goosebumps because finally, once in your life, you're in control. In that 6 months when you're preparing for that fight, the blood, the sweat, the tears, every punch you're throwing, every mile you're running, every sparring session, it's grueling, it's tough, you're tired, you're about to give up. But I'm here to tell you, man, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going, give it everything you got in you, because look, a dream is only tangible. It's only tangible if you put in the work, if you execute on the promise, if you achieve on what you set out to achieve. Then people start seeing. Oh, then they start seeing what you're trying to do. They start seeing what you're trying to accomplish. That dream starts becoming, it becomes reality. That's what you're working towards. That's what you want, isn't it? See, you're an idea. You're not just a fighter. Right? You're not just a fighter. You're a metaphor. You're an idea. You give hope to people who are hopeless. You give meaning to people who don't have meaning in their life. Why? Because when I look at you as a fighter and I see you fighting every second in that cage, you give it everything you got. I know deep within that, hey, I can do the same in life. I don't have to be a fighter. But ultimately, every single human in life is a fighter. We all have our battles. We all have our challenges. We all have our obstacles, man, and it's tough. It's tough sometimes to get out of bed. It's tough sometimes to go to work. Hey, it's tough. It's tough sometimes to even pay your bills. But you gotta fight. You gotta fight through it. You gotta see the end goal. You gotta see the end result. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and I promise you, man, I promise you, if you just keep going, if you just give it all you got, if you don't quit, if you just keep going, come on, don't quit. One day, your hand will be raised in victory. I promise you, I can see it. I can see it, man. You're a fighter. Everybody is a fighter. But what makes one fighter better than the other, it's not their DNA. It's not their genes. It's just their hard work. One works harder than the other, and that's all that matters. They both have the same 6 months to train. But when fight day comes, it's whoever wants it more. It's whoever worked hard more. It's God, you know what I'm talking about, man. It's in your heart if you really want it. If you're grinding, if you're fighting for someone else, not just for yourself. If you're fighting for that idea, if you're fighting for your parents, for your friends, for your loved ones, you know what it means. You go all in. You don't give up. You don't give up when it's tough. You keep going when it's tough. You keep going when it's challenging, because you embrace it. You love the pain. You love the pain. Oh, embrace the pain, because, hey, man, life isn't always going to be happy. It's not always going to be rainbows and sunshines. It's going to be thorns, nails. It's going to be thunder some days. It's going to be raining some days. It's not always sunny. You know that. You know that. But you have to keep going. You have to keep giving it every single energy, every single effort in your body to keep going. Persistence, consistency, commitment. That's what makes you great. As a fighter, as a person, as a human. You're not here to be average. You're not here to just wake up in dirt and die in dirt. You're here to be phenomenal. You're here not to be forgone. Your